The following program is rated D for dumb.
So much I can smell my own breath. My baby left me, my best friend's not at home. Can't get that woman off my mind. I've never been the broody kind, but there's still one thing makes me come alive. Yeah.
The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Dave Canyon. Are you ready to dumb it down? That's fantastic. I am ready as well. Headed northbound the New York State Thruway. It is 6:03 p.m. and I just got on just north of Saugerties, New York. I have not done the loop-de-loop at Catskill, the famous loop-de-loop. Remember those days? Took me forever to explain that loop-de-loop story, but I'm a lot more clear and concise now. I get to it. So, it is, what is it, December, it's got to be the 6th, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's the 6th, yep. It's December 6th, 6 o'clock, on my way to work. I do this podcast during my commute to and from work. I've been doing it since, I think, February of 2016. Coming up on the 4-year anniversary. And this is episode 180. What a milestone. And it's a bonus episode. Double whammy. Wow. Bonus. 180. What a milestone. 20 from 200. Boy, it was like yesterday. I was 20 from 100. Dragging my feet. I didn't want to do any episodes because I wasn't prepared for 100. And I knew it was coming. And it was bumming me out. And now I'm 20 from 200. But I'm not as bummed out this time that I'm not going to do exactly what I want. I'm going to do something for the end of the year. That I can do. That's going to be easy. But what I really wanted to do at 100, I'm still not going to do at 200. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it. I think I need a vacation. And my company is actually, as the ship is sinking, if you can imagine the Titanic, right? You know, auga, you know, massive hit to the starboard side. I don't know what side the Titanic hit the glacier, but you know, auga, you know, water's coming in, you know, dive, no, not dive, that would be a submarine thing, but they don't want to dive, they want to do the opposite of dive, they want to go float, but anyway, so people are dancing in the ballroom, people are eating and all this other stuff. So as my company's Titanic is sinking, by the way, as my company's Titanic is sinking, they're doing ugly sweater parties. It's like, what? There's no problem here. No problem here. They're doing an ugly Christmas sweater party. I have been there this April. Will be my beginning of my 7th year. This April. I'm there 6 years. My company has never, ever, ever done a bad Christmas sweater party. But we're going down. We're going down. Equipment is disappearing. It's breaking. It's getting wrecked by inexperienced drivers. We're digging up holes by accident with snow removal equipment. We're removing drainage covers. First time in 6 years. A couple of weeks ago, I was told we were short 4 people. I was told last night we're short 11 people. We're sinking. Auga! Auga! What do we do, Captain? Captain, what do we do? Scotty, go find the ugliest sweater that you have for Christmas. Let's have an ugly Christmas sweater party. But Captain, she's going down. She's going down. Do you think maybe we should go out and fill those potholes? No. Captain, do you think maybe we should hire some experienced drivers? No. Captain, do you think maybe we should paint some lines so when we back up the trailers, they're nice and straight and we maximize the room that we have in the yard, because the yard's a mess right now. It's very hard to see what we're doing, and it's dangerous out there. In fact, we had a driver from another company hit one of our trailers last night. Yes, I know that, Scotty, but the answer is no, no, and no. Go back to engineering, and if you don't have an ugly sweater already, get one. Oh, and by the way, if you walk across the yard with the ugly sweater, you still have to wear that stupid yellow vest. But Captain, my sweater glimmers in the night. It's very ugly, but everybody can see it. Scotty, rules are rules. It's been 100 years, but now we're very sensitive to people getting hit by trucks and trailers in the yard. So please put on your ugly vest, your ugly yellow bright vest, so we all can see you coming across the yard. But Captain, nobody else in the other departments are wearing vests? How come only us? Yeah, I don't know that answer. Because we're weak management? Oh, yeah, that must be it. Okay, Captain, I'll be right back. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I mean, we are having a luncheon or whatever we're doing. They are going to supply some food next week. But that's rare. All of a sudden now we're back to feeding us. There was a food truck over the summer when I was in Italy. I missed that. And then we had Pie Day. They actually brought us pies. I thought that was going to be gone. And I got to be honest with you. Okay, I work here. I work here for 6 years, 7 years in April. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but I can only speak to my pragmatism. There it goes. I brought it up. I'm dumbing it down because this is how I feel. I don't need my multi-million-dollar corporation buying pies. I just don't need it. I don't actually understand the relationship between Pie Day and my company trying to make a profit. I don't. It's not just because we're going down. I just don't understand. Well, Dave, it's appreciation. Yeah, I know that. See, these pies don't pay for the roof. They don't pay for the metal roof I'm putting on my house. But Dave, it's not about cash all the time, is it? Yeah. It's like when I signed up for this job, I was under the understanding that I'd be paid a certain amount per hour. And I was also under the understanding that I would never have to worry about going out of business. But that's just the type of guy I am. But Dave, if you were the owner of the company, of any company, if .001 Productions now all of a sudden had 3 or 4 people, you had a staff, wouldn't you want to do something? And I got to tell you, out of my own pocket, out of Dave Canyon's own pocket, would I buy a couple of pizzas? Listen, I don't know what I would do for my crew. I don't know what I would do. I might do nothing, because I might say, hey guys, guess what? Instead of making you stay here and have a party and eat pizza or have a pie or wear ugly sweaters, I know, why don't you go home early and be with your families? We see each other every day here. We do nothing but spend time all day together. Granted, we're doing what we want to do, so we're very fortunate because .001 Productions has gotten really popular with its podcasts of Dumbing It Down with Dave, with its YouTube channel, Dave's Fit Life, and the other broadcasting ventures that we have expanded into. So we have a little staff of 5, 6, 7, 8 people. That's my fantasy. Thanks to the support of people like Linda Irwin, who supplies AI voices as well from Awesome Insanity Surfers. And she has a new episode on Spreaker, Pandemic Z. The saga is kind of continuing in a certain way, and I'm enjoying that. Thanks to the success based on support from people like Pat Mason, who leave comments and positive comments and supports and posts on Facebook. We have success based on Patrick. It's either Marucchi, that sounds Italian, could be Marucchi, but he also comments and he shares stuff on Facebook. thanks to people like him spreading the word, and also leaving the comment of the week last week, something that we're starting, the comment of the week, where he wrote, really, it's the best, worst, whatever, bad podcast ever. It's real, no BS. Thank you, Patrick, for supporting, helping us become this big .001 Productions company, making all different types of shows. Patrick understands because he's that type of guy too. He has stuff going on, and one day he'll tell me what to say, and I'll tell everybody what he does. He does a lot of stuff, and he's got a wonderful wife who's very funny. Randy, thanks to Jeff for leaving comments. Thanks for everybody for their support, and that's how, thanks to Alex Exum for doing this great intro at the top of the show, where it goes, here's Dave. It's going to get replaced one day, but until then, it's at the top of the show, Alex Exum, alexexum.com. Thanks to him helping out. And thanks to Hal in Philly for that great song, Going for a Drive, and his sharing and posting and commenting. That's how we became this big .001 production company. But you want me to keep you here so we can have pie, so we can have an ugly sweater contest? How about I just reward you with all going home early? Or how about if I just give you all a little envelope? It's got a little cash in there. All that money that would have went to food that you can get on your own. Now, if I can get you food that's exclusive to .001 Productions, maybe. If I have an affiliate deal with a cheesecake company, because my wife got this cheesecake. It's not from an affiliate deal, but man, it is freaking unbelievable. With amaretto in it or something like that, or Kahlua, something's in it. I don't know, but it's like this chocolate crumb cheesecake. It's fantastic. Comes pre-sliced, I think, too, which is amazing. Comes in a nice sturdy box. I think it's in our freezer now. I had a couple slices. So you know what I'm saying? My pragmatism doesn't include multi-million-dollar company. Oh, by the way, remember Die Hard? Was that a good idea to have that party? Yeah. That's not where I base my opinion on, but, why have a party where you can be used as a hostage? You know what? 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, go home. Everybody, you did good. You done good. It's enough. Go. How about this? My Christmas gift to you is you get to go home before the traffic starts. You get to go home and take a little nap before your family comes home. You get to I don't know, shovel your walkway or do your last minute shopping or Christmas tree decorations. Oh, you're so generous, Dave. That's great. This is the greatest company ever, .001 Productions. Yeah, or you could stay. We'll have high carbohydrate, fattening, sweet, sugary foods, ugly sweaters, and bad Christmas music. Would you like that? No, I like the first idea. All right, then go. Everybody, go. Clock out. All right, no mistletoe, no hugging, no kissing. Okay, we'll all just fist bump. Bye. Good to see you. I see you on Monday. In fact, how about this? Come in 10 o'clock on Monday, not 8 o'clock. Yeah, but we usually come at 11 o'clock. Oh. All right, well, see you at 11. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You got it already, right? But I had to play it out. It's a bonus episode. I do more act-outs on bonus episodes. All right, so I don't need this company to do it. The ship is sinking. There's a big hole in the side of the ship. Actually, there is a big hole now in our yard. There's a huge hole. Somebody plowed snow and hit one of the things, the drainage covers. It's huge. I should take a picture of it and post it. I did post. Finally, I say I'm going to post things. I posted. I don't know if I talked about it. Oh, I'm talking about it now. If you go to the Dave's Fit Life, okay, listen. There's 2 Dave's Fit Life Facebook pages. I still don't understand the difference. In fact, somebody at Spreaker told me to contact them like a couple of weeks ago. They would explain it to me. I have a like page and I have a group page. I think that's what you call it. I have 2 pages. Did I do loop-de-loop? Yeah, I did do loop-de-loop. I have 2 pages. Whatever. I have 2 Dave's Fit Life because somebody told me you had to have 2. One's a group and one's a page. I don't know. I don't know how it works. So I posted pictures on one of them. And it's a picture of my parking spot at Planet Fitness, and it's all filled with snow. And I had told my buddy Mark the other day, he says, I'm going to Planet Fitness, and after the snowstorm we just had, I said, I bet you I bet you they filled my spot with snow. I bet you for some reason that's the designated spot because it's in the back, it's in the corner. And sure enough, my spot was filled with snow. So that is my prime spot. There's a reason I park there. It gives me privacy because there's nobody on my right, and I enter the van through the passenger side door, and it's just very convenient for me. And so I couldn't park in my spot. And now that there's a big mountain of snow, it's probably going to be there until May. So I don't have a parking spot for the next couple of months. I can't imagine Planet Fitness that can't fix our bathrooms so the water doesn't leak all over the floor and there aren't any holes in the wall. It's just amazing. Another $1 million company can't possibly hire a contractor. By the way, they just redid the men's bathroom. And there's holes in the wall. There's water on the floor. It's a mess. I would be suing. Saying, what is this? This is not what I contracted for. Why are there any holes in the wall? Are you not an excellent contractor, paid thousands of dollars by Planet Fitness to do this type of work? Do you not know what you're doing? Would you want to live in a house where there's holes in the wall, where the plumbing is supposed to be, or is? Really shoddy workmanship. And I don't want to be an anti-Planet Fitness guy. I'm not anti-Planet Fitness. I'm just saying, if you hire a contractor to redo the men's bathroom and people can't shower in there for several days because you have it torn down to the bone and then you bring it back up, wouldn't you bring it back up and not have holes in the wall? Is that asking a lot? Is it asking too much? Is my son correct? My 22-year-old brooding, depressing son who says, Dad, it's all your fault. You expect too much. Is that really true? Is it really too much to expect for people to get their job done in 2019? At the end of 2019? Are we really in an age where we're sliding into that movie Idiocracy? If you haven't seen it, you should see it. I've never seen it in its entirety, but I've seen bits and pieces. It features one of the Wilson brothers. Not Owen, the other one. Or I don't know how many there are. I guess there's at least two. Paul Wilson? I don't even know. But Idiocracy, where in the future everybody's a moron. So, that's what my son says to me. And by the way, something else happened today that my son said, Dad, you expect way too much. You expect people to get things done. Nothing gets done anymore. We're really at that point where we're sliding, and we're sliding faster and faster. So, yeah. I don't expect Planet Fitness to hire a dump truck or whatever to scoop up that snow and open up that parking spot. I did find another spot, but it's not guaranteed it's going to be there every day. My spot was pretty much guaranteed it was going to be there because it was in the back, in the corner, and people in the morning don't park there. They like to park as close as possible to the building so they don't have to walk as much. I'm parked as far away from the building so I have privacy. So I don't hear doors opening and closing all day long, even though I wear earplugs. All right, so that's a little bit more than just an icebreaker. We went pretty far there. We're like 17 minutes in, 18 minutes in. I can't see the clock. My eyes are not adjusted. We'll do some listeners' comments here in a second. One last thing. My snowblower broke. I told you about that. My snowblower broke. Really bummed me out. I was really depressed. It kind of ruined my couple of days off. Well, I called this company in Saugerties, in my hometown, called Mowers and More. I'm not mentioning them to embarrass them. But I wouldn't mention a person's name, right? I only mention like Planet Fitness, and I don't mention my company's name because I don't know the repercussions of social media and the possible aggressions against my company. So I don't mention them by name. That's really like the only reason. Because I don't know, I don't know the legalities. I'm not smart enough to know the legalities of mentioning my company's name, and it wouldn't be slander or the other thing. One is written and one is spoken. I forget. There's two things like of defamation. One is slander and the other one is something else. Malice. I think it's malice, I think. So anyway, malice and slander, I think, is the other two things. One is written, one is spoken. Is that how it works? So anyway, so Planet Fitness I'll mention, and then I'll mention this company, Mowers and More. Because they're the number one snowblower and lawn mower repair shop in my town. So I called them and they said, oh yeah, for $46 we'll pick up and drop off your snowblower. They're like 4 miles away. I said, great. What time are you going to be here? Well, we open at 9 and I guess the guy gets going shortly after that. So we just need access to the snowblower. I said, great. I'll leave it at the end of my driveway. Great. And can you have the guy call me when he picks it up so I know somebody didn't take it for scrap metal or, whatever? Yeah, we could do that. Sure. Well, I waited. Nobody called. I went to sleep about noon. I got home about 8:30. I got home early today. Went to sleep about noon. Woke up at 5. No phone calls. Nothing. My wife came home at 4. Snowblower was still in the driveway. I left for the job at 10 to 6. Snowblower was gone. So sometime in the afternoon, somebody took the snowblower. No phone call. So I called and left a message. I didn't leave an angry message. I said, hey, Dave Canyon here, 51 Marys, whatever. Did you guys get my snowblower? Because I didn't get a phone call. Just checking, And I'm waiting. I haven't heard from anybody. So they were closed. In fact, my wife called them when she got home, and they were closed already. So it's interesting that a simple phone call would have put my mind at ease. It would have completed the day's tasks. And yet, they couldn't manage a phone call. I'm not slandering them or malicing them. I'm not saying that they're a horrible place. It's just that it's interesting that there's always what they call a pisser, right? There's always one pisser. You take off 5 lug nuts on a tire, right? And one doesn't want to come off. There's always one. So I do feel as if that's happening more often, right? Where, can you check off all the boxes? No, we always leave one open. We always do it only 90% or 80%. Well, why didn't you call me to let me know? Well, we were having an ugly sweater party and eating cheesecake, and we just forgot. Oh, well, that's a little bit less than professional. What did you say? Well, we tried. We're going to do a great job. We're going to charge you about $400 to repair the snowblower. So we're going to do a good job on that. We're just not very good at other things. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Anyway, that's my story. That's my last by the way. And my son would say to me, Dad, you expect too much. I go, really? Phone call? The guy's in the truck. I know he's driving around with a cell phone. He can't call and say, Mr. Canyon, this is Joe from Blowers and More, whatever. Mowers and More. I got your snowblower. Lest ye not worry. Sleep easy. Okay. Thank you. No, I didn't get that call. That just seems to be more often than not. That's what you're dealing with these days. I guess I'm going to call myself one of the last of the Boy Scouts. One of the last of the old schoolers. And I bet you old schoolers would say, oh, you're not an old schooler. Remember, there is no old school. There's just school. I'm just one of the last schooled guys. And I'm sure if you're listening, you probably are too. Because that's why you listen. Because you relate. You go, yeah, what's going on? Why are people just dropping the ball? I don't know. I really don't know.
Dave, sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay, Hazel.
This is Hazel.
Yes, I know. How are you today? You having a good day? You getting things done?
I think you should take a drink break.
Okay. I'm drinking some of my protein drink.
Feeling better now?
Yes, actually I am. Thank you, Hazel. That was a nice reminder. I appreciate that. This is the show I wanted to do. It's not a trucking show. It's not a snowblower show. It's a human behavior show, and I'm noticing that human behavior is getting worse and worse. All right, wow, 24 minutes in, Dave. You could really talk a lot about nothing. Let's do some listeners' comments and catch up on that end, and let's see if I can do this without screwing up the show. All right, iHeartRadio, I have you. Yep, that was how it was supposed to be read. iHeartRadio, I have you! Exclamation point. All right. In this episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave, Dave discusses the possibility of winning the Best Podcast Award from iHeartRadio and what it would mean to him if he gets the recognition. It means nothing to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I have you. I don't need trophies. I don't need awards. I don't need certificates. I don't. If somebody from iHeartRadio wants to call me and say, hey, Dave, this is Paul Tompkins from iHeartRadio. Oh, hi, Paul. How are you? I have no way of knowing if this is a legitimate call. Could be a prank call, but okay, go ahead, because I don't trust. And He said, no, it's a real call. You want to call me back? I'll give you my number. No, I don't need to. Go ahead, say what you wanted to say. Okay, it's a little bit awkward now because you've interrupted me, Dave. I'm sorry, Mr. Tompkins. Please go ahead, deliver your message from iHeartRadio. Well, I want to say that you didn't win the Best Podcast Award, but you are one of the favorites here in the building, and we do enjoy it. And you were close. Mark Maron had 1 million votes. You had about 5. That's pretty close. It's a steep drop off from best to next best, but still you were in the running. 5 people voted. We saw on Facebook, actually 3. You got 3 votes. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. And I appreciate you letting me know that. You listen, Paul? Yeah, I listen too. I like the show. It's good. Okay, good enough. Thank you. Okay, bye. Paul, I got one more question. Dave, I really got to go. We're having an ugly sweater contest. Oh, yeah, I understand. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, that's all. I don't need an award. I don't need that at all. The things that come with it, recognition, awareness. People go, oh, look at that. Like breast cancer. Boy, pink, pink, pink. Everywhere you go, pink, pink, pink. Breast cancer awareness. Wow, it's everywhere. Every year, right? What's this quote that's in the show notes that Pauline put in? I appreciate anybody and everybody who does anything for me. But I can tell you this right now. I will go to my grave and nothing will ever happen. Yep, that's me. I said that. That's true. I like when Pauline finds these comments. It's great. All right, wow, 32 comments. Do I have time to read 32 comments? Crap. We're at 28 minutes. All right, I got to do this as fast as possible. I don't want to go over, so I'm going to skip some comments if they're not relevant to anything. Linda Irwin says, today is the beginning of the snowstorm that is going to make Thanksgiving travel very slow and hazardous. If you do not hear from us by Saturday, send to St. Bernard's. Thank you, Linda. Good luck. I hope you made it. I think you did. Linda writes, I like your style just fine. Your personality is unique, and I believe that is what draws people to you. Well, it draws about 5 people to me, at least. But thank you, Linda. It's very nice of you to say. Better to be legally obese than illegally obese. Not sure what the penalty for that is. Yeah, I don't want to break any laws either, so it's good to be legally obese. What else? Patrick Mason writes, it's 4:34 p.m. Sunday afternoon, and I'm ready to dumb it down. Patrick Mason writes, Jeremiah smokes so much he can smell his own breath. It's somebody that we know. That was an inside joke. Patrick Mason writes, you call it dumbing it down for guys like me. And he writes, here's Dave. Patrick Mason writes, today is a milestone for me. I'm in hot tub enjoying the show. Patrick Mason writes, piss poor planning yearly at holiday time is a norm for the farm. That's the company we work for. We call it the farm. Patrick Mason writes, supposed friends, funny stuff. This Thursday I'll be Patrick and Alice's restaurant. That's Patrick Mason. Patrick Mason writes, I don't have a Twitter account, but now it's time to get one to tweet Dumbing It Down with Dave. Oh, that's great, Patrick. That'd be great if we get a Twitter account. What else? Had to pause the show for a drink break. Very good. Patrick Mason writes, I prefer cowbells over kettlebells. Patrick Mason wrote, blew up the fit, but still fitting things into your life. And Patrick wrote, Dave, you are talented and smart, and these other podcasts have nothing on you. You are original, and they have a celebrity following, which doesn't make them any better than you. Oh, that's nice, Patrick. I appreciate that. You might be right. Thank you. And Patrick also wrote, remember Tito's handmade vodka? He built his business one person at a time. Growing organically isn't a bad thing. It's a slow thing that takes time. All right, Patrick Mason writes, so when you get your first podcast award, your speech should be short, and I'll quote your speech. I don't care. Thank you, and have a good night. Yeah, it's true. You need a shed for .001 Productions. Yes. Patrick Mason wrote, miss you, bro. Patrick Mason wrote, I can hear the rain. And he also wrote, I'm Mickey Mantle, because I was talking about the mantle for my trophy. That's got to be 30 minutes. Oh, we're almost over? Are we almost over? Oh, yeah. Okay, only got that 10 seconds. All right, so no more comments. No more comments. Go away. Go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Folks, thanks. I hope you enjoyed the bonus episode. I didn't finish all the comments, but that was a lot of them. See you in episode 181. Probably do that this coming Sunday. Thanks, guys. Take care. Thank you for listening to this episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave. Goodbye, good day, good night, good luck, good riddance. Godspeed, good racks, and great skills. Take care.